I'm officially done defending this whole injury thing. We're having a proper injury crisis and it's all Sports Interactive's fault. We've got Icardi, Kovacic, Alonso, Kante, Hazard all injured at the same time whilst Morata's serving a 4-match suspension for basically being a psychopath. I mean, we're not winning the league this year. Hello and welcome to part 17 of my Football Manager 2019 Chelsea playthrough. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we've got a long weekend in Manchester. We're heading there for an away game against Manchester United in the FA Cup, and then we're just going to stick around until Tuesday when we play Manchester City in the Premier League in what is looking like becoming an early 4th place playoff, because we're completely off the pace in the league, and I blame a lot of it on lack of players. We're struggling to kill teams off because we're struggling to score, and the reason we're struggling to score is because we're running out of attacking players. You can see Hudson-Odoi's been in the team, Dolberg's been in the team, and it's all because of the injury crisis. If we go to the medical centre, you can see currently injured Icardi, Kovacic, Alonso, Kante, recently recovered Hazard, Morata, absolutely monstrous tackle for his 2nd red card of the season, and while Icardi's out injured and Morata really has his chance, he's just sitting out the whole month of January suspended. We're struggling to put a team out. This is the team that we're going to be putting out today, and it's going to have an injured man and a recently recovered from injury man in it, and a man who's supposed to be resting, purely because we don't have enough players. And to top it all off, the board decided to take away any of our leftover transfer budget because of this situation, which I admit is troublesome. That isn't helping. But let's not blame the manager. Let's blame the board. So the team for today's game against United, we've got Kepa in goal. A back four of Alonso, Rudiger, De Ligt and Azpilicueta, with Jorginho as our defensive midfielder and Kovacic and Barkley in front of him. An injured Icardi is then supported by an injured Hazard and a fully fit and in cracking form Willian. I mean, Willian's got a hat-trick recently. He's the one constant, the one ever present. And yeah, a hat-trick and lots of assists as well. He's a superstar. He got Premier League Player of the Month for December. I am a big Willian fan. But we're going to Manchester United with our counter-attacking system. It's the FA Cup 4th round, and as the Premier League has all but gone now, we'd quite like to stay in the FA Cup, but obviously Manchester United are the team running away with the Premier League as well. So we kind of it's going to be a tall order. I said in the last episode that it's very quickly turning into a one competition season, and that is exactly what's happening. If we get knocked out of the FA Cup here, it is just Champions League or bust. And if we've got a team like Manchester United who are just consistently beating us, how on earth can we expect to win the Champions League? Because sooner or later, presumably, we're going to have to come up against them. Even if we're the 2nd best team in Europe, Manchester United are clearly better than we are, and presumably will beat us at whatever point of the Champions League we come up against them. That is if we're as good as we think we are, because we've got Valencia coming up in the first knockout round, and they're more than capable of knocking us out if we go into it either with a bunch of injuries like we've got now, or not in particularly good form because we've come off the back of a load of injuries. So we need to be very, very careful, and we also need to be monitoring Icardi and Kovacic because they're both already struggling and haven't really made the early impact that I was hoping. I don't really know what I was hoping for with Icardi because he's never really been that great for us. He's not even in double figures yet for the season. But there's my man, Willian, 7th goal of the season on the stroke of half-time. I told you I am a Willian man. He is an absolute hero, and bang, 1-0 up against Manchester United. And I think we're probably going to take Icardi off at half-time. He's been the worst player on the pitch. He's shattered and he's still injured. We'll get Kasper Dolberg on, who... I mean, Dolberg did score a couple of goals in his last league game, so Dolberg is finally starting to emerge as the player we hoped we were signing previously. Yeah, I am happy with their performances so far. I hope that doesn't make him stop trying, but let's get Dolberg on up front. And hopefully Dolberg can just run at him and stretch the defence a little bit and play a little bit more purposefully than Icardi has been, because Dolberg, more than anything else, Dolberg is a natural advance forward, which is the role that we have our striker playing in this counter-attacking system that we use. Hazard's also not having a good game, and Kovacic is struggling for fitness, so we need to keep an eye on both of those. We don't really have a natural replacement for Hazard on the bench, although we've played Phil Foden out on the wing multiple times now, and I guess he's not going to be able to play in the next game because we're against City, so we may as well play him at some point in this one. Dolberg can't keep hold of the ball there. That's the one disadvantage he's got against Icardi. Icardi, despite not being the attacking threat we thought we were buying, does hold the ball up reasonably well. But Lingard has just burst through our defence and got a goal back, or got the goal back for United. It's now 1-1 on 65 minutes, and this was a bit unstoppable, but I feel like we still should have stopped it. But he's gone past 3 or 4 players there and just drilled it across the goal. Kepa doesn't even attempt to make the save. He's just well beaten. And remember when we had a player who could do stuff like that? That was before Hazard got injured, but I'm going to take him off now as well. And the little recommendation says, bring De Jong on for him. I'm not playing De Jong on the left wing. Am I? My instinct says, I mean, this makes no sense. I guess we could drop him back there. I mean, that's not much better. Let's play him. Let's do that. I mean, that's how you go and win a game. I'm completely going with my assistant manager. That's Gianfranco Zola. If that change doesn't work, it's Zola's fault. But we'll do that. I guess we're playing for a replay at this point because we might have some more players when we bring them back to our place. We need to get Kovacic off as well. That was the other change. And we're running out of midfield players. We've got Christensen. But you know what? I'm going to ignore Zola this time and I'm going to bring Phil Foden on. And we're going to do that. Oh, that's bringing back some memories. Let's stick him there. Remember that from Manchester City several years ago? Oh, it's a Kev classic. Let's... Wowzers. But there you go. We bring on a wonder kid for a world-class midfielder. What more could you possibly want? And Ross Barkley is looking frustrated because now Dolberg's injured. Can I not just keep some strikers? We'll just play without a striker for the last 5 minutes. Why can't we keep a striker fit? We are genuinely going to have to do a strikerless formation if this carries on. We finished the last game in a 4-2-4 strikerless with Foden and Barkley as our shadow strikers. No, it wasn't even that. It was Loftus-Cheek and Barkley with Foden on the right wing. We're so short of players. They were unlucky. We weren't necessarily unlucky today. We're just unlucky in general because we've got no players. I blame the transfer policy, which I'm now going to insist was all led by the board. Chapman out. One change for the City game then, and now no longer suspended. Morata comes back in for Icardi. Icardi actually failed the fitness test, which I'm fairly confident he didn't do before the last game, but I don't know if I've broken him more or if I just ignored the fitness test last time around. I hope I didn't ignore the fitness test. But Kante is fit to play 75 minutes if needed. But I don't really want to risk him, so he's going to stay hovering around. Where is he? Why can't I find N'Golo Kante? What have you done with him? He's still injured. I mean, our midfield is strong. I don't think we need to... We've even got Will Hughes knocking around, who we don't even need to put on the bench. I'm not worried about midfield. If Kante can play as a striker, feel free to come up on the bench, because at the moment, it's Redan is our option from the bench, who I'm led to believe is a decent prospect at Chelsea, but, I mean, he's completely untried for a game against a team we've got to beat. We have to win this game, even though it's away from home, but if we... I say we have to win. We have to not lose. If we lose to City here, that's a big problem. Let's deny them here. We've got to deny them. I'm being assertive. I'm feeling very assertive today. I know I'm usually a very passionate manager, but today I'm just feeling assertive. The injuries are grinding me down. They can see I'm under pressure. It's changing my demeanour as a manager, and hopefully they'll respond to it accordingly. Willian, my man Willian, running down the right wing, finds Barkley all the way back to Jorginho, and now it's with Kovacic. Kovacic just going to have a little bit of a run around like he does. Cross over to Morata, and Morata just over the bar. Morata is still by far and away our top scorer this season, so it's not a disaster that I would have taken Morata rather than Icardi in the last game as well, because Morata, I think, is on 12 or 14 goals this season. Icardi nowhere near double figures for us yet, and that's with Morata largely scoring his goals from the bench or from out on the left wing playing as an inside forward. Kovacic puts us 1-0 up. Only his first goal of the season. This has been Another theme I'm noticing comparing this season to last season, our midfielders were scoring a lot of goals. Kovacic, Kante, Barkley, they all ended up in double figures for goals, whereas Kovacic only just getting his first goal. We saw in the last episode Kante only getting his second goal of the season. Ross Barkley scored his first goals of the season in the gap between the two episodes. So all these goals we were getting from midfield don't really exist anymore, and we've become very, very reliant on Eden Hazard. And when he got injured, our form fell apart, and now City have equalised almost immediately from a corner. And we shouldn't be conceding goals from corners. We should be better than this. But completely unmarked. Who is that? Azpilicueta. No, it isn't. It's the fella next to it. I'll never know who it was, because Azpilicueta was the other one. But there was a chap there, just stood next to Silva, just looking at him. Let him have header. Oh. And it's another corner. We're now 2-1 down. How? We're an elite football team. We won the Premier League last year. We're the reigning Europa League champions. Kepa's done awful there. And again, who's the culprit? I gave Azpilicueta the benefit of the doubt the first time, but that's the guy he's marking has scored both times from those corners. So questions now have to be asked about our captain, Azpilicueta. What? And I say questions, it's one question. Caesar, why are you not just heading the ball away? And yet another set piece, and it's 3-1. And they've just took us apart from set pieces. This isn't the way you expect to lose to Manchester City, but they've just completely undone us with set pieces. And there's no one to blame for that one. It's just they're very good at set pieces, it seems. But that all started so well, and now it's gone a little bit wrong. And because of the lack of attacking players to come on off the bench, we don't even really have anyone to bring on. I'm going to get aggressive because that was rubbish. We can't be conceding from 3 set pieces in a massive game like this. The league table's gone again. It's probably for the best because it's going to be pretty sad viewing. I need my league. There you go. We can see the league table there. So we've dropped out of the Champions League positions again. We are just true to life Chelsea. We win the Premier League, fall apart the next season. It just seems to be the Chelsea way. Have we got any Chelsea fans down in the comments who can explain it to me? I refuse to take any responsibility for this. It must be a club mentality thing. Surely. What's making this happen? Don't say the manager. The manager's great and good looking. Right, let's shout. We need some passion. Shouting's the way forward, clearly. And it's 4, and of course it's the 4th set piece, a 3rd corner, and I don't even know what to say. They have done us complete. It's De Bruyne. He's not even getting the assists, but his delivery is pinpoint accuracy, and I mean, write this one down. This is Kev's tip. I think Kevin De Bruyne is quite good. Keep an eye on him in real life. He's quite a good player. He might be one of these who translates well from the game to real life. Hazard, absolutely the opposite. I can't get a performance out of him at the moment. Willian, across to Barkley. How do you not score there, Ross? Talk me through how that doesn't go in the back of the net. Oh, Pep Guardiola seems very happy, does he? I'm glad Pep Guardiola seems happy. What's this? Ross Barkley, what are you doing with your life? Morata on the edge of the area. Back out to Kovacic. Imagine if we come back and draw this game now. It'd be the greatest comeback in history. Kovacic to Hazard. Morata, breakdancing, and he's offside. How can you be offside breakdancing? Do we get a replay of that? Let's have a look. So that's Morata, I think, just there. He's not offside! I'm going for it in the press conference after this game. I'm claiming the Ross Barkley one was over the line. Morata's not offside. We're taking him off because he looks rubbish. Hazard, you get off as well. Let's get Januzaj on. Let's get the best Belgian winger at the club on the pitch now, because Januzaj's been brilliant since we signed him. Just push forward. I don't care anymore. It doesn't matter if we concede. Let's just score some more goals. Can I shout at you some more? I want to shout at you some more. I'm just going to shout, get creative. Do something, you tools. Oh, this is depressing. Where's the league table gone again? We had it earlier this game, didn't we? Oh, I feel like this is one of those videos that I'm going to regret releasing. Where did it all go wrong? We had such a good first season. They've ruined me. That beta was... Can we have the beta back? The beta was lovely and easy. This reminds me of old Football Manager now. I'm not happy with that result. You're all idiots. Get me into this press conference. I need to say my piece. Where are we? Oh, there you go. I've got Zola doing them for me. I must have turned... Oh no, that's... Where are my press conferences? I don't understand. I'll shout about that too. That was an absolute disgrace. If you've enjoyed that, you're a monster. But if you have, leave a big thumbs up on there for me, please. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.